What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to the short demo on Azure Sentinel integration with Microsoft Graph API using Python. So guys, this is going to be very interesting demo because I got so many requests that how to integrate Azure Sentinel with Microsoft Graph API using Python. So I thought of creating this tutorial because initially when I started working on Azure Sentinel, I also like found this very difficult to understand how this integration actually works, because there are a lot of materials available but none of this materials actually talks about this integration, like end-to-end integration between Azure Sentinel and Graph API using Python. So I thought of creating this tutorial so that definitely it is going to help you. And trust me guys, when I'm recording this video, there is not a single tutorial, documentation or video available whether in Google, YouTube or any platform which talks about this integration. So this is going to be a very short demo. I'm not going to explain what is Azure Sentinel and what is Graph API, but I have a good news for all of you guys. So we have a complete tutorial on, or complete course on Azure Sentinel. That's a 5-day course. And you can register for the course. You can send direct email to this email address, or else you can reach out to us from our website contact us page. Okay, so this is going to be a only demo, and the full course will be presented to us, those are actually interested for the course. Okay, so let me open my browser. So this is a Microsoft Graph API tool or Graph Explorer tool. So if you see, there are multiple things, and this is Azure Sentinel. So let me refresh this thing. So if you see here in Azure Sentinel, I have total 3 alerts are coming. So all these alerts are having some name. So let me click on this alert actually. Okay, so this thing. Okay, so if you see, this is the alert, this is alert ID. Okay, and if I click on this thing, you will get some information of the alert. So this is the alert ID, this is a description of the alert and other things. So our job is to get this alert information from Azure Sentinel using Microsoft Graph API. Okay, Microsoft Graph API with the help of Python. So I'm not going to use this tool. I'm not going to use Azure Sentinel. Rather than I'll be going to write a code, piece of Python code from Jupyter Notebook or any ID, whatever I'm using, and from there I'll get the information. So let's just do some walkthrough with this Azure, Microsoft Graph API. So first thing first, you have to navigate to this URL, and after that you have to click over here. And once this is done, you have to click on this thing link. So your sign in option is enabled, and I'm not sure why this is not coming. This is again Microsoft. So sometimes it happens with their UI. And once this is done, just go a bit down, click on security, click on alerts. Okay, and just wait for some time. The results will be populated over here. So if you see here, this is one alert. So many alerts are coming. Okay, and just top equals to 1, I'll get only one alert. So next thing is that I would like to see what are the alert is coming from Sentinel. So Sentinel is by default not presented here, but ASC means Azure Security Center. So you can replace this thing with Azure Sentinel. So you have to just use your normal smartness. That's it. And if you click this thing, you will get all these alerts. Okay, so now I'll not be going to use this thing. I'll show you guys how to do this thing from Eclipse. Okay, so let me open my Eclipse and start writing the code from here. Okay, so first thing first, for doing this sort of operation, all of you are familiar that we need some sort of library. So in our case, it will be request. So input request. Next thing will be, we're just going to define one variable URL, and inside the variable we'll be going to put our URL. So let me copy this thing. So I don't want top, I want everything. So it's going to be like this, and after that maybe I can use another variable payload. So in our case there will be no payload, but again it's always good practice to pass this thing, because we will be going to have this thing in our actual request body. And next thing will be headers. I'll be going very fast because as I told you, this is going to be a demo, but for the full tutorial definitely you can reach out to us. We're doing courses on regular basis. Okay, so next thing will be authorization. Okay, authorization. So now how I know this thing, guys, I just came to know this thing while doing some practice. Okay, so this is very easy. All those tricks will be I'll be going to share this thing in the course. Okay, because I have some time constraint. Okay, and after that you just write something like this: bearer token those are already working on OAuth and other related stuff. For them it will be going to be very easier, like this. And how to get the token, this is also very easy. Like if you click on access token here, you will get this thing, but this is not a good practice to hard code this thing. Why I'm doing this thing, because after some time I'll be going to, once this video is done, I'll be going to like expire my token. Okay, so you can do either setting this thing to a config file, and from there you can read this thing, or else you can set your like environment variable with this token, and or else you can do some sort of dynamic token like fetch, like using any code or Python code. That is an option, and there are multiple tutorials are available. So this is actually documented, so you guys can search for this thing from TechNet or docs.microsoft or YouTube will get this thing. So next thing is going to be response. Okay, so this is going to be request our type of the method will be get request, and after that we'll be going to pass URL, will be pass payload, data equals to payload, and headers equals to headers. Okay, that's it. So what I'll do now, I'll be going to check whether I'm just getting the 200 like response or not, response equals 200 or not. Okay, so if it is 200 means everything is fine. If it is not 200, something is wrong, so it's done. So next thing is we need text. Okay, so we'll got our text response. If you see here, see I got everything. I have 3 alerts, so I'll get this one ID here, and all my tenant other things are coming. I got one, right? So many things are there. Test, Azure Sentinel, if you see, so many things are there, right? So now the next thing is that this is one. So this is actually list, and every item in the list is consist of dictionary. So there will be 3 dictionary. Okay, so now next thing, whatever you can do, you can just parse this thing into JSON. From there JSON you can get this ID information, tenant ID, whatever you want to do, but that is not the objective, because you guys already know how to parse JSON and how to get the different key value pairs, or to do some sort of operation modification, whatever things. But ultimate objective is to how to integrate Azure Sentinel with Microsoft Graph API using Python. So if you see here, this only 5-6 lines of code is actually going to give you this like amazing thing, right? So for full use case or the full tutorial, please reach out to us, guys. So we actually not this one, we already talk about this thing at the initial part of the video. You can reach out to us at ronnie@totaltechnology.in or raj@totaltechnology.in, and our website form is like this. Okay, so I'll be going to close this video, but I'm eagerly waiting for all of you guys that you should enroll to this course, and you will definitely get benefited of this course. Okay, so that's it, guys. And also do let me know if I have some sort of feedback, because I'll be going to upload this short video on our YouTube channel and LinkedIn, and just do let us know how you are like how you find this thing. Like this is going to be very efficient, and those are already working on Azure Sentinel, are already working on some sort of ServiceNow integration with Azure Sentinel. For them it will be very easy, because ServiceNow from ServiceNow Market Store or like Marketplace, you can also integrate Azure Sentinel directly from there using Microsoft Graph API. So definitely this is going to be very easy, and for developers, analysts, or whoever is already working on cyber security or incident management or SIEM/SOC, for them also this is going to be very useful. So I just need your comments and feedback, guys. I know this is a very 5-minute tutorial, but again I know I definitely know that some of you will be definitely getting benefited of this tutorial. Okay, so that's it, guys, and we'll see you all in the course hopefully. That's till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.